tried to get into rehab. The Golden Door, it was a spa. There was a time I lost all sense of smell, taste, and woke up in a hospital with an IV in my arm. I tried then to get help. The time after San Bernardino, you learned that he had overdosed. A very strong opiate, yes. Were you ever not addicted to painkillers? We took Ibogaine. Where did you get it? Cancun, Mexico, separately? When Mr. Combs threw you off the boat in Canes, when he accused you of taking rugs and squeezed your leg, among other things, but you still wanted to be with him? I did. When you say Mr. Combs went with the Pew-Pews to find Suge Knight, do you remember telling the government that you did go with them? No. Let me show you. Just for the parties. I did not go with them, so I don't think I said that. You also did rugs with Mrs. Morgan, right? Yes. Do you recall telling the government that you did not see what he did, hitting her in the head with a wooden hanger? I saw the hanger. I saw he was angry that I was doing rugs with Carrie. This broke up your 17-year friendship with her? It did. Did you tell Mr. Combs about your relationship with your now husband? No. Miss Morgan sued you and Mr. Combs, made a demand, and you paid part of that? I did. And you haven't spoken with her since? Maybe one text. That was a relationship ender? Yes. They added this in there. You guys can pause to read it. So is this from March 4th? It is March 3rd. Mr. Combs refers to accessories. Cassie says for the premiere. You sent him an explicit message? Cassie says yes. He responded with a number of M's. He wrote, too bad you have to work, LOL. He did. You ask him, are you feeling better? Then he's discussing bodily function. Yes. Mr. Combs went to your premiere lunch at London Hotel. He did. Then he says, I just got out of a spiritual therapy session. Cassie asked, how did it go? He said, it's a process. This is leading up to the hotel incident. You guys can read that. Mr. Combs says if we start at 7 p.m. and go until 4 a.m., you can get enough rest. Cassie says yes. So, Cassie, you believe Mr. Combs was blackout for the Intercontinental event. I believe he was intoxicated, Cassie says. Everyone's definition is different. But you said blackout. What did you write here? I wrote, when you get effed up the wrong way. You meant rugs. Cassie says, and alcohol. Here, Mr. Combs writes to you, I am so orny for you. So here, Mr. Combs is asking you for X soon after the Intercontinental, right? I was saying how he felt. What did you write back? I wrote, we need a different vibe than Friday at the Intercontinental. Mr. Combs wrote, F Friday. I don't even want to do that again. What did you write? I wrote, LOL. True. Mr. Combs suspected you of having an affair with someone else in the industry. What happened when he took your phone? We were in a car and he told me to call my mother. When I did, he grabbed my phone and took it. It was a big fight. He was just gone. For how long? A few hours until my mother called the police. So up next, we have Dawn Richards taking the stand. I think we have a few more hours with Cassie this morning. Mr. Combs, go through your phone. I think so, and he called someone on it. The person you had an affair with, an NFL player, I don't know if he's playing anymore. But he was an NFL player, and he was jealous. Wasn't there a time he found out you were dancing with another person in the entertainment industry and took your phone, right? I don't remember. It was Chris Brown. I was not dancing with him. Look at this. It's from 2013. Now I see. What else did Mr. Combs take? My car, my passport, when he was angry. Let's refresh you about Mr. Combs being in rehab. I vaguely remember, Cassie says. Why did you go to Sedona? I went to Arizona to get away from the rugs. I am going to go into a new topic. Mr. Combs told you to go get the video you'd heard about. What did you write? I wrote, you keep putting me down. I'm going to play you some audio. So Cassie says, if you saw a video of someone effing me, who was effing me? You have it. Why didn't you show me? Because I'm not disrespectful, bro. If you don't show me, I will ill you. You up. I will effing ill you. I've never illed anyone in my life. I'm going to F you up. It's not going to be blood on my hands. Someone else is going to do it. I'm not playing with you. Tell me. That was you, right? Cassie, yes. Did Mr. Combs express concern about these videos being released? Cassie asked when. And they ask her ever. Cassie says yes. The escort Jonathan, you thought, he took a video. Cassie says yes. This Jonathan escort is a very important escort to remember. There are lots of things with this Jonathan escort tied into this RICO case. Combs say when you told him you thought Mr. Audie was recording, he said he'd take care of it. Are you aware of an escort leaving comments on Mr. Combs' Instagram page? I am not. Mr. Combs spent a lot of money to make sure the video did not get released. Cassie says she doesn't know. You had a conversation with Jonathan Oddie that was transcribed. Cassie says she's not sure. He was volatile. Cassie says she didn't trust him. Now let's talk about rehab. Do you still take Suboxone? Something like it. What does it treat? Opioid addiction. You wrote a book in rehab. The place treats actual compulsion. Did you get neurofeedback therapy? Yes. What is it? They hook something up to your head and show you things. See how you react. Were you told the effects of it? Helped me with my trauma. Did you participate in EMDR? Yes. What does it do? Memories and processing them. The ideal is you recall prior traumatic memories, like for PTSD. You were being treated for PTSD? Yes. I was still physically developing. You were 22. Women keep developing after 22, don't you think? Cassie says. But you're not suggesting you were still physically developing after 22. Cassie says, I am not. Mr. Combs writes, you're so predictable. You've said you were going to tell him you didn't want to do freak-offs anymore. But you didn't say it, did you? I did not. Here you were suggesting freaking off with the girl. You say you found a photo of Mr. Combs with Gina while you were staying with your parents in Connecticut, right? Yes. You decided to break up with him and he didn't threaten you, but suggested couples counseling. Cassie says she's not sure. Cassie says she wrote, I don't need you to be taking care of Kim and Gina. I need you to put me first. Please read these. Cassie says, I wrote, you lied to me. She never went away. It was the nail in the coffin. You meant Gina, the photo. Yes. In your civil lawsuit, you say Mr. Combs raped you in 2018 after you had dinner at an Italian restaurant in Malibu, right? Yes. Did you meet with the U.S. on November 30th, 2023? Yes, not the exact date. In this meeting, you said the rape took place after Mr. Combs returned from Burning Man. You said he was acting strangely at dinner. Cassie says she doesn't remember using that exact word. Did you meet at the U.S. on April 8th, 2025? Cassie says it was around then. This message to FB, who's that? Frank Black, a name P. Diddy used. He wrote, I'm in an investors conference. We'll get back to this. You still have love for him? I have love for the past and what it was. You wrote, I didn't mean to be a bitch. I just don't get the time. He writes, just need you to be positive, correct? Cassie says yes. DX1309, this is about a yoga instructor. Yup. What did you write? I wrote, I've stopped even caring, but you did care. Cassie says yes. So he said you could date other people? Let's just talk about it, correct? Cassie says yes. Said Mr. Combs often put you down, but also sent you encouragement and called you a queen, right? Yes. What would trigger Mr. Combs' incessant calls to you? Anger, doubt where I was. If he suspected you of cheating, he'd call you incessantly? That was one of the reasons, because he thought... Do you believe Mr. Combs has good taste? I think he does. He's had an impact on fashion. People like his style. Sean John. Do you consult with him on your look? Sometimes I got advice I didn't ask for. He still ran his company even while having all these freak-offs, right? He did. What was he addicted to? Success? What substances? Opioids? Yes, he told me, and I saw it. Did Mr. Combs' mood depend on whether or not he was withdrawing from opiates? He was more irritable, I would say. What other rugs was Mr. Combs addicted to? I'll ask if I want the grounds. So they re-ask the question, what was his rug of choice? X, C, or MRMA, MD, opiates daily when he was doing them. You saw him withdraw? Yes. And they're taking a break.